Most people overpay for gaming laptops like this. Here's why this ASUS ROG Strix G18 is different. I picked it up last month and honestly, it's one of those machines that just works without breaking the bank compared to some of the overpriced setups out there. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the specs are ridiculous for the price. You're getting an AMD Ryzen 9 8940HX under the hood, which is basically a desktop-level processor stuffed into a laptop. I've been running games like Cyberpunk 2077 on ultra settings with RT overdrive at 1440p, and it's still hitting 100 plus FPS. That's not something you see every day in a gaming laptop, especially not one that doesn't cost $3,000. The 64GB of DDR5 RAM is also a game changer if you're into heavy multitasking or streaming. I've got Chrome open with 30 tabs, OBS running in the background, and a Discord call going, no slowdowns, no stuttering. It's the kind of headroom that keeps the laptop feeling fresh even months down the line. Then there's the display. An 18-inch 2.5K panel at 240Hz is wild for the money. Colors pop, blacks are deep, and the motion clarity is insane. I've watched movies on this thing, and it's like having a mini home theater. For gaming, it's even better. Competitive titles like Valorant or Fortnite feel buttery smooth, and the high refresh rate makes every movement feel responsive. The 2560 by 1600 resolution also means you're not sacrificing too much sharpness for the performance boost, which is a nice balance. The GPU is an Nvidia RTX 5060 with ROG boost, and it handles ray tracing way better than I expected. I've tried out Alan Wake 2 with RT Ultra, and while it's not 60 FPS constantly, it's playable at 1440p with DLSS set to quality. The 4TB PCIe SSD is another standout. Loading times are non-existent, and I've got room for a ton of games, mods, and screenshots without worrying about storage. It's the kind of setup that makes you forget you're even on a laptop. The build quality is solid too. It's got that premium Eclipse gray finish, and the keyboard is backlit with 4-zone RGB. The keys are mechanical feel, which is a nice touch for typing and gaming. The ports are decent: HDMI 2.1 for 4K at 120Hz monitors, 2 USB 3.2 Gen 2 ports for fast data transfer, and a combo audio jack if you still use wired headsets. The battery life isn't great, but that's par for the course with high-end gaming laptops. You're not buying this for portability, you're buying it to plug in and dominate. I've also been impressed with the cooling. ASUS has this liquid metal thermal compound in there, and even after hours of gaming, the temps stay reasonable. The fans ramp up, sure, but it's not the jet engine noise you get from some other laptops. It's loud under heavy load, but it's manageable. Now, let's talk about the downsides. The biggest one is the weight. This thing is a beast, like 6.6 pounds. It's not something you're carrying around casually. The webcam is also just fine. It's 720p, so don't expect studio-quality video calls. And while the keyboard is great for gaming, the layout is a bit cramped if you're used to full-sized keyboards. The trackpad is decent but nothing special if you're coming from a dedicated mouse. All in all, this laptop punches way above its weight. If you're looking for a high-performance gaming rig that won't empty your wallet, this is a fantastic choice. It's not perfect, no laptop is, but the pros far outweigh the cons for the price. Check it out using the link below if you're in the market for a new gaming laptop. For most buyers, the real question is not whether ASUS ROG Strix G18 gaming laptop, AMD Ryzen 9-8940HX, 64GB DDR5 RAM, 4TB PCIe SSD, 18-inch 2.5K, 2560 by 1600, 240Hz display, Nvidia GeForce RTX 5060, backlit 4-zone RGB keyboard, W11 Home. Eclipse Gray sounds impressive on paper, but whether strengths like instant gratification experience next-level gaming with the ASUS and processor and operating system and Ryzen 9 8940HX processor 2.4 GHz actually make daily use feel easier, more dependable, and more worthwhile after the first few days of excitement wear off.